At the conclusion of Meghan's opening podcast, released on Tuesday, the Duchess of Sussex announced that Carey will be her next guest. And elsewhere, it was revealed upcoming speakers during the 12-part podcast will include actresses Mindy Kaling and Margaret Cho, as well as comedian Amanda Seales and author Alison Yarrow. Meghan said on the Spotify podcast, "I can't wait to chat with you again next week, when we hear from the one and only Mariah Carey." Meghan Markle has revealed she will speak to singer Mariah Carey on the second episode of her podcast show Archetypes, which is due to be released next week. Speaking at the end of the first episode, which was released today, Meghan signed off by saying, "I can't wait to chat with you again next week, when we hear from the one and only Mariah Carey. It's a really good one. We'll see you guys next week, thanks for joining me. As ever, I'm Meghan." Meanwhile, in a teaser ahead of the series launch released today, a number of Meghan's future guests could be heard chatting. Among those who will feature is another of Meghan's friends, Mindy Kaling. And, after revealing she plans to discuss words like diva in the series, the royal mother of two went on to say singer Mariah Carey will be her guest next week. Elsewhere, it was revealed upcoming guests during the 12-part podcast by the Duchess will include actresses Mindy Kaling and Margaret Cho. Mindy is close friends and works with one of the Duchess' BFFs, Daniel Martin, who is both of the actress's makeup artists. In the clip, she can be heard saying, "I often feel when I'm asked about imposter syndrome, where I just want to say, I think I'm supposed to say yes, but the answer's no, because if I didn't think I could do this job at this point, I have to be like clinically unconfident." Meanwhile, actress Margaret Cho also features on an episode, saying, "Well, Dragon Lady really comes from this sort of fantasy of Orientalism." Elsewhere, the Duchess will also speak to comedian Amanda Seales, who previously spoke out that Meghan should have done her research before joining the royal family. The Nigerian-American comedian and writer Zimfumudor will also join the Duchess on the show. Meghan will also speak with Alison Yarrow, who is an award-winning journalist, speaker, and the author of 90s Bitch, Media, Culture, and the Failed Promise of Gender Equality. She is set to speak on the B word, saying, "Painting a woman as dumb or not smart is a very old way of trying to discredit her." Comedian Robin Thede will also make an appearance on the show to discuss the B word. She said, "Robin Thede, I call my girlfriends B all the time. I'm like, hey B. You look good B. You know, like all that kind of stuff. But if a man is like, you ugly B, I'm mortified." The Nigerian-American comedian and writer Zimfumudor will also join the Duchess on the show. The Archie Foundation announced earlier this year that the couple's Spotify podcast would finally debut this summer, 18 months after inking the lucrative deal. Archetypes is hosted by Meghan, who will speak to historians, experts and women who have experienced being typecast. In a trailer for the Archie audio project, the Duchess said, "This is how we talk about women, the words that raise our girls, and how the media reflects women back to us. But where do these stereotypes come from? And how do they keep showing up and defining our lives?" The Duchess, previewing the type of guests who will feature, added, "This is Archetypes, the podcast where we dissect, explore and subvert the labels that try to hold women back. I'll have conversations with women who know all too well how these typecasts shape our narratives. And I'll talk to historians to understand how we even got here in the first place." Meghan and Harry signed a lucrative deal with the audio streaming giant to host and produce podcasts, estimated to be worth around £18 million, in late 2020. The podcast series will see the Duchess investigate labels that try to hold women back. Investigate